Yeah, I feel great. Camp's gone really well. I was prepping for a fight back in November, and that actually wound up falling through. And I remember feeling good for that, and that was 9 months ago. So I'm really feeling prepared for this one.
Awesome. You just brought it up. How's camp been going? You're training simultaneously with Randy. He also has a fight coming up. So how's camp going?
Camp's going great. I love training with Randy. We might not be training with each other a ton, but it's good to have someone to line up with, so we're both on the same pace, doing the same things, pushing each other to get to workouts, do the right things with the workouts. And then just being at Lozon's, just getting the right looks from guys. I mean, Joe's the best coach around, if not one of the best, if not the best. And the room even today was just loaded full of killers. You had Rob Font, Calvin, Big Mike Rodriguez. I mean, just top level guys.
Could you kind of elaborate quickly on your experience in wrestling in high school and college?
Yeah, so I've competed at a high level for wrestling for just short of a decade. Going out wrestling guys from all over the country, and just that competitive nature's always been in me. And wrestling's come to an end, and I wound up just coming here mainly focused on probably doing grappling. I did a couple grappling tournaments. I won the Naga, won the New Breed, and just by being in the room, being around these guys, I wanted to get into fighting. But that amateur wrestling has really gotten me ready for kind of the grind of this fight game, because the college wrestling season is probably 6 months, 5-6 months long, and it's tough. It's every day, up to 2 times a day. So it just puts you in a mindset that a lot of guys just don't have, and you can't really get unless you're in the fire. Wrestling especially, it was every weekend, and it would be 4 or 5 matches. So the biggest shift for me is focusing on the single competition rather than just being sharp the whole time. I mean, every once in a while I would have a big duel that you get ready for, or a tournament that you'd really want to focus on. But the biggest focus for this has been peaking for the fight rather than just staying sharp the whole time. But I feel good. I can't really ask to be in too much better shape. I'm feeling good as far as not being too dinged up. So as far as the camp goes, can't really ask for too much more out of it.
You guys are in a similar level of experience, so what are your thoughts going into this fight about Patrick? Nothing game plan specific yet.
Yeah, I'm excited to fight Pat. I've watched both his fights. He's a tough kid. He's clearly in good shape, and he's coming from a good gym, in Kenny Florian's gym. And I'm looking forward to it because he's a tough kid. I wouldn't want to fight him if he wasn't. So I think it's going to be a good matchup. I still think I'm going to win. I think I'm going to beat him up pretty good. But I thank him for stepping up, and I think it's going to be a fun fight. I think we're going to be a good matchup.
How did this matchup come together between you and Patrick? You talked about how you had a matchup in November that got scrapped. How did you go from having your debut canceled to now having it a week away?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing with Pat being willing to step up the fight is he fought a wrestler in Brandon Conrad, awesome wrestler, and he just Brandon didn't perform like he wanted to in the fight, and I think Pat mistakenly is thinking he can handle a wrestler because he's done it before.
Yeah.
But it's a different beast he's going to be facing. I'm going to be going in there, and I'm going to be bringing it to Pat.
Awesome. Do you have any final thoughts or shouts you want to give?
Yeah, I mean, I want to give a shout out to everyone on the team at Lozon's. There's too many people to name. Trifecta, I've been there too, and they've been helpful. My friends and family for supporting me, just because they're the ones that are really making everything work behind the scenes.